Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to MBA Karo. So, this is a revision session for the LR section, or you can call it logical ability section for SRCC GBO. This section is a mixed bag of topics. Here, you won't get unlike other sections like quant, which is obviously time consuming, DI, it is time consuming. In LR, it is about picking selective questions and attempting them, and we will see the different kind of topics that have been tested recently, and this session will serve as a revision session for the examination. So tomorrow by this time you will be appearing on this examination, so this is going to help you in that. If you are new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends as well. So here's the first question. It says that there are 6 jars. They are filled with different volumes of water, and these are in integers, and some information is given about them, and you need to tell that if jar B has 10 liters more water than jar F, what is the sum of the volume of water in jar B and C? So in SRCC, if we look at the questions in reasoning, you will have individual questions. Like कुछ एग्जाम में ऐसा होता है puzzle आती है तो there are group questions. Here you will have a puzzle which will have single question. ठीक है, तो arrangement होगा, single question होगा. So ideally try to avoid these because they might take more time to attempt. So there's a video which I created, strategy video to attempt the paper. Attempt VA questions, least time taking, then single questions in LR depending on your comfort level of the topic. Let us say if you are good with blood relations, okay, directions, blood relation, I guess everyone is comfortable with. You should attempt those. But questions like these, which are puzzles and individual questions, should not be tackled at the first go. So, although it is a speed based exam, right? Here you have a lot of questions to attempt. See, cracking different exams have different strategy. Now, some exams have lengthy questions, so there you need in depth knowledge of the topics like ZAT and CAT. Some are speed based exams like CAT, like if you talk about SNAP, where you need high speed 60 minutes, 60 questions. Now, this is something which I would categorize ki ultra high speed, you need to crack this exam, and you do not need to attempt all questions, right? Selective attempt is what you need to tackle this. But as a practice, let us do these questions and see that if you know how to attempt it. So it says that there are 6 jars, okay, and the volume is given to us. So let us arrange them in descending order and use this information which is given, that the jar filled with 15 liters of water has just more water than jar E. Okay. So that means this is 15 and this will be jar E. The jar with the maximum volume has 33 liters of water. Jar D has more water than B, but not more than jar C. So C. F has more water than E, but not more than E. Okay, so we need to place these. A has less volume than D. Okay, so A is less than D. Now it is clear that C will have the highest. Okay, and it also says that jar B has more water than jar filled with 15 liters of water. So jar B is greater than 15. So that is the information given to us, right? Based on this information, we need to arrange these 6 jars. So now let's see this. B is more than 15. So this cannot be B. Okay. So it has to be, see, D is greater than A, F, and E. So E is this, we have already placed. ये B नहीं हो सकता, so it has to be F. Okay, so E and F are placed. D is more than A, D is more than B, and C is more than D. So C will come here, C will have the highest. Now after C, the only possible is D. So this is D, because B नहीं हो सकता, A नहीं हो सकता. So these two are A and B in any order. Okay, although not determinable. Okay, but this is in any order. Now it says jar B has 10 liters more than jar F. So jar B has 25 liters. What is the sum of the volume of jar in B and jar C? So B has 25. Position does not matter, right? Like if B is here, A is here, fine. If B is here, after all, we need to find the volume in B plus C. So C we know is 33, and jar B we are given that 10 liters more than jar F. So jar F is 15 we know. So 25 plus 33 we get 58 liters. Okay, now position कुछ भी हो, whether it is at the third position or fourth position, it does not matter. Okay, all right, let's look at the next question. Syllogism. Syllogism, your concepts should be good in order to answer this. So we are given four statements followed by two conclusions. You need to tell that which of the following conclusions follows. Which of these follows? So all pictures are paintings. So let's draw the generic diagram. All pictures are paintings. Okay. All paintings are photographs. Okay. Some photographs are designs and some designs are movies. So this is the generic diagram. Okay. Now, first conclusion says that some paintings are not designs. Okay. So we need to see, the thing in syllogism which we often do is we try to prove, like we see and say that some paintings are not designed, we mark it as true, right? Try to prove a conclusion false, it should be true in all sense. Okay? Now I can make a Venn diagram like this. If I make design like this, suppose I make this design like this, is there anything wrong in this? If I make this as design, all pictures are paintings, fine. All paintings are photographs, fine. Okay, and some photographs are designs is also fine. Some photographs are designs. Some designs are movies. So we will make movies like this, let us say. Okay, so it follows all the conditions. So some paintings are not designs. We see that all paintings are designs. So it can be neglected. Right? We can say that this is not true. So it has to be true in all cases. So in syllogism, the biggest mistake people make is they just see कि एक generic diagram बना देते हैं. They mark कि which is not visible as a true conclusion. Which is visible as a true conclusion. Try to prove the conclusion false. Can we prove it false? Yes, it can be false. So it is not a conclusion. Some photographs are not movies. Okay, suppose we make this kind of a diagram, that photographs and movies outside it. So let's say we make a Venn diagram like this. It is also a possible Venn diagram. It follows all the conditions. Check. All pictures are paintings. All paintings are photographs. Okay. Some photographs are designs. Some designs are movies. So all is also a special case of some. So everything follows. Some photographs are not movies. We can have all photographs as movies. So this also gets rejected. So neither one nor two follows. So instead of proving true, try to prove false. If it is false in any of the cases, then that is not the conclusion. Okay, so let's look at the next problem. This would be easy one. Isme, I don't think people get answers wrong. It's a direction sense question. You need to find the distance between these points. So you need to find the distance between K and T. Y is east of X at distance of 8 meter. Okay, Y is east of X, distance is 8 and north of Z. So wherever we have and, now the confusion is which point is to the north, right? So north should be Y is north of Z. So कभी भी ध्यान रखना if and is given, that refers to the thing in the beginning. If instead of this which was given, so in that case X would be north of Z. Okay, so this clarity should be there because some students get confused. They take X as north. Okay, so we know that Y is north of Z at a distance of 6. So this is Z. K is to the north of X at a distance of 6. So K is T is 7 meter east of Z. We need to find the distance between K and T. So this is K, this is T. So find the vertical distance. 6 plus 6, 12, and the horizontal distance. Horizontal distance is 8 plus 7, 15. Right. So we need to find this. अब कितना हो गया? This is 144 plus 225, which is root 369. Now 19 square is 361. So 19 से थोड़ा ज़्यादा होना चाहिए. It becomes 19.2. Now 18 तो नहीं होगा, 18.6 नहीं होगा, 20 won't be the answer. Now, if you are confused between 19.2 and 19.6, ठीक है, 19 we know the squares of 19. 19 square is 361. 20 square is 400. Okay, अगर 19.6 का निकालना है, it has to be closer to this, between these, मतलब 19.5 will be somewhere between this, so it has to be 380 plus. Okay, so 19.2 fits the answer based on the options. If it was 19.2 and 19.3, then you would go ahead and calculate the exact square root, but that was not needed. So the answer is 19.2 meters. Direction sense, I guess everyone should get answers correct. It is not so difficult and easy concept, plus some application of Pythagoras theorem. So in LR, you have critical reasoning as well. Here is a question on it. Agriculture accounts for nearly 50% of the workforce in India, yet the contribution of agriculture to the GDP is only around 20%. What should be the course of action? No, you do not have calculator in this exam. So on CAT is the only exam which allows calculator. Other exams do not have calculator. So which of the following is the most appropriate course of action? Okay, so let's see, this is a simple one. Now, agriculture is 50% of the workforce, contribution is only 20%. Okay, so the thing is, agriculture has less, you would say, output as compared to other activities. People should be discouraged from taking up agriculture. Now, it does not mean that we know that agriculture is a basic requirement, right? If you do not have agriculture, how will you feed the people? So, you cannot discourage people. So, that is not a valid course of action. Incentives should be provided to wean away people from traditional techniques to more effective techniques of agriculture. What is the problem in agriculture? That yield or output is less. Now, if you unfollow traditional techniques and use more effective techniques means output will go up. So, that is a proper course of action. Third one says other sectors should be discouraged from growing. So agriculture is facing issue. That does not mean that you discourage other sectors. So very simple one. So only B is the proper course of action. Well, let's see the next question. It should be is yet to learn. So for over 2 decades, company X has been involved in energy conservation, its efficient use and management. The company is yet to learn and acquire basic things in this area. It is the dedication that is more important than knowledge and expertise. So we are given that 2 decades the company has been involved in energy conservation, its efficient use and management. Okay, so there's a company which has been for this duration. First conclusion is the company is yet to learn and acquire basic things in this area. Okay. Now, like logically, you might think that if the company is working for so long duration, it must have acquired basic things, but we cannot conclude based on it, right? It may have acquired, it may not have acquired, right? Even if instead of 2 decades it was 2 years, we cannot say that whether the company has acquired basic knowledge or not. Okay, that we cannot figure out from this statement. So this is not a conclusion. Okay, now here it was 2 decades, so you could easily say it. If I say that if for 2 years, then still you cannot tell that the company has acquired basic knowledge or not. Okay, it is dedication that is more important than knowledge and expertise. So, this is a generic statement which does not relate to the statement given over here. So, neither of them follows. Okay, let's see the next one. XYZ perfume company has selected a superstar, Mr. X, to be their brand ambassador. Now, there are a couple of arguments given that people will only buy perfumes made by XYZ company because they are endorsed by Mr. X. Mr. X's popularity will help promote the company's brand among consumers. So which of these is a valid argument? So it says the perfume company has selected a superstar. Now, first says that people will only buy perfumes made by XYZ company because they are endorsed by Mr. X. Now, if a person is endorsing something, it is not necessary that people will buy only that item. Okay, or may not buy. Okay, so for example, you must have seen a lot of ads featuring famous celebrities, but not necessarily you buy products from them. Okay, so for example, let's say you must have heard of that thing, Digit Insurance. Okay, Virat Kohli comes in that ad, right? How many people use that? Maybe very few people, isn't it? Like I don't think I know, don't know anyone in my circle who uses that. Maybe my sample space might be less, but I don't see anyone using it. Similarly, there are a lot of products which are endorsed by people which people may not buy. Okay, so it is not necessary that people will buy that perfume or not, right? But it says that Mr. X popularity will help promote the company brand among consumers. Yes, that is a valid argument because if a person is promoting something, people will get to know about the brand. Okay, so let us say let's say there is some influencer, okay, which promotes some institute. So it is not necessary that people are going to enroll in that institute. Okay, so you see that in social media there are some influencers who promote some institutes, right? But not necessarily that each one will go in and enroll in their institutes. But if some influencer is popular, that will create a buzz about its company. So, for example, once some influencer, I mean, that was the only kind time I saw some selfless influencer promoted my YouTube channel, and it grew to some extent during that time. Okay, so the second one is implicit. Now, last year there were a couple of questions on uh, your binary logic also. Okay, last year के question लेके थे 2023 वाले. I created the video solutions also. You can see on my channel. I've created the solutions of all four sections of 2023. Cubes, dice, yes, you may get cubes and dice also. There is no such rule that they won't give questions on cubes and dice. So that is a mixed bag of questions. 40 questions, individual questions. There will be critical reasoning. There could be blood relations, directions, clocks, calendars. Anything could be asked. So there are three types of tribes that live in an island: Satya, Asatya, and Sandigdh. Satya always tell the truth, Asatya always lie, and Sandigdh tell the truth and lie alternately. Three persons from this island of different types give these statements. Okay, and using this, you need to find that who is from Sandigdh tribe. So if you know binary logic, then maybe you can attempt this question in the exam. Otherwise, you can choose to skip this question. ठीक है, last year दो question आए थे, so I thought that it could be uh, see, it is very random every year. They sort of change the kind of questions. So let me tell you how to solve these binary logic questions. Now, the truth teller always tell the truth, so that statements will be always true. Okay. Now, a liar will always tell lie, and third category is alternative, which either first, second, or like one will be false, second will be true. Okay. Now, if you have studied this topic, let me tell you that suppose I say that uh, says I am of Sandigdh type, I am of Sandigdh tribe. Okay, so both cannot be of Sandigdh tribe. Now see these two statements. Like let us find two statements which are contradictory. So if you pick this statement, it says Palash says I am of Sandikta tribe and Kadir says Palash is of Asatya's tribe. Okay, so that means only one of them is can be true. Palash can be of Sandikta or Asatya. He cannot be both altogether, isn't it? So pick two contradictory statements. So you don't know contradictory. He says I am of Sandikta tribe. He says Palash is of Asatya tribe. So that means one of them will be true. Both cannot be true. Suppose this is true. Okay. Suppose we are assuming that this statement is true. If this is true, this will be false. Okay. If he is of Sandikta tribe, this is we are assuming this to be true, this is to be false. Now, if this is true, he is of Sandikta tribe, so his first statement should be false. Okay. So Palash is Sandikta. Now Kadir's first statement is false. So Palash cannot be Satya tribe. Okay, because there has to be one person who has to be Satya type. So that means Rupinder will be Satya type. But we are saying that this statement is false. We are saying Rupinder is of Satya tribe is false. So now this is a contradictory statement, isn't it? We are getting a contradictory statement. If we take this true, then it has to be false because Sandik is alternative. So Sandik tell truth and lie alternately. So this has to be false. Now as per this, Rupinder cannot be Satya tribe. Now Palash anyway is not of Satya tribe. Sorry, Kadir is not Satya tribe because he is speaking false. So that means our first assumption was wrong. So binary logic करने का ये तरीका होता है. You pick a statement which is contradictory. So this means this is false and this may or may not be true, right? He may be asatya, he may be like uh, like if he says that I am of Sandik tribe, which is false, so not necessary that he is of Asatya tribe. He can be from Satya tribe also. Okay. Acha, Satya ho hi nahi sakta. It has to be Asatya only because this is false. So this is false. I am of Sandik tribe. So he is of Asatya tribe. So this has to be false. Rupinder is of Satya tribe. So Rupinder cannot be Satya. Rupinder will be Sandigdha. Okay, and this has to be Satya. Now let us validate things. So he's of Sandik tribe is false. He's of Satya tribe. Rupinder is not Satya tribe. Rupinder is Sandigdha. Now he says Palash is of Asatya tribe. True. I am of Satya tribe. Now this is false. He is sorry, yes, I true hai. Because he's saying that I am of Satya tribe. So both true. Rupinder says Kadir of Asatya tribe. So Kadir is not of Asatya tribe. He's of Satya tribe. So this is false. And I am of Sandikta tribe. So this is true. He is of Sandikta tribe. So his two statements alternate. So he's Sandik. His both statements true, Satya and Asatya because both false. So we have to tell who is of Sandikta tribe. So Rupinder is of Sandikta tribe. Okay. So time consuming question, individual question. Right. If you are not comfortable with this topic, avoid this in the exam. I hope you are enjoying this session. So please don't forget to like this video. Let's move to the next question. If 9 December 2001 was Sunday, then 9 December 1971 would have been which day of the week? So calendar based question, 9 December 1971 based on 9 December 2001 is given to us. So clock, calendar, blood relation, directions, coding, decoding, everything. So 9 December 2001 is given. We need to find 9 December 1971. So what is the duration gap? 30 years. Yeah. 30 years, count the number of leap years between them. So leap years will start from 72, 76, 80, and so on till 2000 will be all these are leap years. Okay. So how many leap years there? 7 times 28, 8 leap years. 8 leap years okay during this duration. So every year you increase day by one. Okay. So 30-year difference. So you will increase 30 days and there are 8 leap years. So in those leap years there is an extra day. So you increase by 38 days. 38 day means you increase by 3 days. Okay, odd days का concept 7 days में week repeat होता है तो 38 days means 5 times plus 3. So 3 days. So let us say this day was x plus 3 days is Sunday. So Sunday से 3 days पीछे चले जाओ. Your answer will be Thursday. Okay, going 3 days back because Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Thursday में 3 add करो, you get Sunday as the day. So the answer is Thursday. Alright, so here's a question on clocks. A clock gains 5 minutes and 24 hours. It was set right at 10 a.m. on 1st December 2023. What will be the true time when the clock indicates 10:30 a.m. on 7th December 2023? So the two timings are 10 a.m. on 1st December 2023 and 10:30 a.m. on 7 December 2023, right? So what is the date difference? 6 days and 10 to 10:30, 30 minutes. Okay. 6 days means one day has 24 hours. 144 hours and 30 minutes. Right. So this is the duration covered by the clock. Okay. Now it says the clock gains 5 minutes and 24 hours. So in 24 hours, it moves ahead by 5 minutes. Now we are seeing 6 days, isn't it? So in 24 hours, if you multiply by 6 in 144 hours, it will go ahead by 30 minutes because every 24 hours it is going ahead by 5 minutes. Okay, so in 144 hours it will go ahead by 30 minutes. Now this is the clock, it is showing 10:30, so it is already ahead by 30 minutes. So that means the actual time is 10 a.m. Actual time 10 a.m. The clock is 30 minutes ahead of the actual time. So this is the gain in the clock 30 minutes. So it's a 30 minutes subtract kar lo because this is going ahead. So subtract 30, we get the actual time which is 10 a.m. A is the son-in-law of B. A is the son of C. C has two children. D is the granddaughter of E. Okay, so a family relation is given. You need to find that how is C related to D. So draw this family tree. A is the son-in-law of B. So A is a male and married to someone whose father or daughter is father or mother is B. A is the son of C. So A is the child of C. C has two children. So there will be another child. D is the granddaughter of E. Okay, so D is two generations below E. B has only one daughter. So B has only one daughter. This is the only daughter of B. E is not married to C. Okay, so E and C are not married. F is the father of G and married to H. So F, H and father of G. B is the father of I. So B is the father of I. That means I will be the daughter. Okay. And then we are given that H is the sibling of A. So this is H sibling and H we know the gender that is female and F and H are married. Okay. And they have a child G. H has no daughter. Okay, so H does not have a daughter. So this is a son. Now J is the father of H. How is C related to D? And we have to have a connection between C and D. So J is the father of H. So this will be J. Now we have one relation that E is the like D is the granddaughter of E. Yeah, D is the granddaughter of E. That means E has to be here. So this is E and this will be D. Now, why D will be here? Because it is given that H has no daughter. So, if D is the granddaughter, D cannot be the child of F and H. D has to be child of this. How is C related to D? So, C is the grandmother. Okay, so that is the family tree you will get, and the answer will be grandmother. While walking, Karan took a left turn, walked for some time, and again took a left turn before taking a right turn. Again, after taking a left turn, he realized that he was facing south. In which direction was Karan moving initially? We're just going left and right. You need to find that, tell him the right direction in which he started walking. So which direction did he start walking? Okay, so we need to find how much turn he took. He took a left turn. Okay, then he again took a left turn, and then he took a right turn, and then he took a three like another left turn. So three left plus one right. Okay, and then he was facing south. Now, 3 left plus 1 right means left and right cancel out. Like, so let's say you are going in this direction, you take a left turn and then you take a right turn. So that means you end up in the same direction. So left cancel ho jayega. So basically he took two left turns. Okay. Two left turns making south. So that means he must have been going north. Okay. North se left lega to ये आ जाएगा left one. And if you take the second left, go to this direction. So he was initially walking in the north direction. So remember that if you take left and right, so if you take, let's say, two left turn, so that means you are in the opposite direction. Or if you take two right turns, you are in the opposite direction. So go in any direction, take two right turns, you will end up in the opposite direction. In direction sense based questions, let us say if you have to draw the direction map, first left या right आपको सही बनाना होता है. Suppose that it is very easy to make. So let us say a person is going in the east direction, and they give that the person takes a right turn. So for the first turn, you need to think like right is this side. Then if they say right, so without even thinking कि यहाँ से right का जाएगा, just make it two rights will make it opposite. If he takes again right, he will go in this direction. If he goes left, he will go against this direction. So two left or two right make it opposite. Okay, and right plus left make in the same direction. This thing you remember. So if you just need to find the first right or left correct, suppose that it is easy to make the journey of that person. Okay, so here's a missing number in the series. Find that number. So what will come in the as a missing term in the series? So what is the series? The series says that 10, 18, 32, 56, 160, 256. Find the difference. This difference is 8. This difference is 14. This is 24. Okay. This turns out to be 96. Large difference. Multiplication से कुछ बन रहा है. Like try to find out that if something is being multiplied. So we'll have to see both from both the fronts. Like 72 definitely नहीं होगा because the difference will go high. So see how to tackle this problem is, okay. So just see this कि if I put 72, the difference will remain as 16 only. So ये तो नहीं होगा, difference increase होना चाहिए. If we put 80, the difference will be 24. Not possible. The difference is increasing, right? If we put 108, the difference will be 52 and 52. It is not possible. So if I put 96, then it makes 40 as the difference and 64 as the difference. Now what is happening in this series is, Actually, it is 2 times minus 2. ऐसे भी हो सकता है into 2 minus 2 into 2 minus 4, right? 32 into 2 is 64 minus 8. 64, sorry, 56 into 2 is 1112 minus 16. Yeah, so by that logic also you get 96. 96 into 2 is 192 minus 32. So this logic also fits. Minus 64. This is one of the logics. Other is ये difference आ रहा है 8, 14, 24. This was missing. Okay, this is 160 and 256. This is 96. Right. So this we need to find out what is that number. So this difference is 610. Now maybe if you take 14, from this it is slightly difficult to figure out. By using eliminating options you can get the answer. Like if you put 72, the difference was coming less. So ये आपका sense बना रहा है. Like if you put uh, 96 here, that makes sense. This is the true logic that you get. Like into 2 minus 2, into 2 minus 4, into 2 minus 8, and so on. Okay, find the next number in this series. This one is an easier one. I saw last year's paper. In that, this part was the easiest. Like number series was the easiest. So if you get 3 to 4 questions on number series, try to attempt that first. Easy marks. है. So in the entire paper, try to collect easy marks. See, do not go with any number, right? That's what I told you. That do not have any number in mind that you have to attempt so many questions. That will depend on the difficulty level of the paper. अभी क्या होता है पेपर इजी आ जाता है so you go with that mindset कि I have to attempt so and so questions and you end up attempting less. So try to maximize the attempt. That's it. So what is the next? This is a simple one. This is looking 1 times, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. ये तो दिख रहा है into 1. So 5 into 1 is 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 into 2 plus 2. Or you can do like this also. 5 plus 1 into 1 is 6. 6 plus 1 into 2 is 14. 14 plus 1 into 3 is 45. 45 plus 1. So 184 plus 1, 185 into 5. That will be 925. Easy one. Alright, let's look at the next question. So this is critical reasoning. Critical reasoning is also easy. Generally, the kind of questions they put up in the examinations. So find which of the arguments is strong. So first says that should individual institutes having treasures of national significance like Nobel Prizes hand them over to the central government for their safe custody. Okay. First argument is that yes, the individuals or institutions do not have enough resources to protect them. See, you are having some like some prizes and all. There is, I mean, technically not harmful. I mean, no one will harm those prizes and all, right? That is not something people would be harming. No, these are the property of the individuals who win them and should be in their custody. Yes, that is what, like, these prizes belong to individuals, right? It is not like some team, a team winning a trophy so that it goes to the board. Not that case. So only two is strong. This again is problem on syllogisms. Some water is cold, no cold is milk, all milk is water. Okay, so milk is part of water. Okay, so first says all water is milk. All water is milk, not necessary. Second is all water cannot be milk also. See, if we put all water as, see, in syllogism, the purpose is to try to make it false. So if we see that like first is false in the generic diagram itself, do not try to prove it true. If it is true, try to prove it false. All water is cold. Okay, no, we do not say that all water is cold. So neither follows. Okay, so this was a simple one. But if the conclusion comes out to be true, try to prove it false. If you can eliminate that, that means that is not a perfect conclusion, like we did in that previous question. So I hope you are enjoying this session. So please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Find the missing number in this grid. So we are given a grid of numbers. Find the missing number. So what will be the missing number? Now see, this is 7, 4, 9, 9, 2, 4, 21, 36, 54, 27, 18, and this missing number. Okay. So now if you look at this 7, 9, 21, 27. So if we see that this thing has been multiplied by 3, it becomes 21 and 27. This thing has been multiplied by 9, 36 and 18. Okay. So इसको अगर 6 से मल्टीप्लाई कर देंगे 9 into 6 is 54, so 4 into 6 should be 24. That should be the missing number. Sorry. While going for a morning walk, Bhanu read an advertisement, double your money in 5 months. What can be assumed about this? What are the assumptions based on this advertisement? So tomorrow by this time you will be appearing on this exam. So in case you are in Delhi, okay, so ensure that you reach on time. Especially try to go by metro because the roads might be blocked, okay, especially at the border. Like if you are coming from Haryana or like UP, like if you're going from uh, the other states like Punjab ki side se kahin se aa rahe ho. Okay, so in that case, ensure that you preferably take a metro because मेट्रो का रूट में इतना इश्यू नहीं है रोड में आपको ब्लॉक किया जा सकता है आई एम श्योर यू हर्ड दैट देयर इज अ फार्मर प्रोटेस्ट गोइंग ऑन so if something does not click instantly then you should avoid it. Okay, so it says, while going for a morning walk, Bhanu read an advertisement, double your money in 5 months. So, first assumption is the assurance is not genuine. Okay, now you might think that it is not genuine, but we cannot assume that it is not genuine. Maybe it is a genuine assumption also. It might be a genuine thing also. Yeah, we can't say that anything. Uh, I mean, see, reasoning wise, practically, you might think that it is not a genuine thing. Okay, so this we cannot say that it is genuine or not. It may be genuine, may not be. So can't say. Although it looks a non-genuine thing that 5 months double, but yes, if it is some good investment, maybe you're investing in some uh, like a good company, right, or which is going to like a small cap company, maybe you can double it, right? So that is we can't say it does not mean that if it is about something flashy it is not genuine. Second thing is people want their money to grow. Okay, now if an advertisement is put, the reason is people will get attracted by that advertisement, right? Why do you advertise something? Because your assumption is people are interested in this thing. Okay, so किसी भी चीज का advertisement होता है they that justifies that people want that thing. Okay, so whatever advertisement you see, let us say you see advertisement of deodorants. Okay, so what do they show? They show that girls get attracted to guys. Okay, so the assumption is that boys like that thing. So that is why they show in advertisement because people will think that okay, this happens, so they will buy their product. Okay, now advertisement says double your money in 5 months. So the assumption is people want their money to grow. They will get attracted by this advertisement and they will invest in that. So this is a right assumption. So only assumption 2 is implicit. So advertisement, whenever you advertise something, the assumption is people like that thing and are interested in it. Okay, they may or may not be interested. That's a secondary thing. Assumption based, like say government takes some decision. So assumption is that there is a problem and the step that they are taking is going to resolve that problem. So always remember, like government ने अगर कोई निकाला कि let's say reduce the use of uh, uh, fuels. Okay, so the assumption is that people will follow those rules. So assumption is always on the positive side. You will assume that whatever steps you are taking or policy you are making, that is going to be effective. It will be effective or won't be effective. That's the secondary thing that time will tell. A once thriving coral reef ecosystem is now threatened by ocean acidification, rising sea temperatures, and overfishing. This has led to the loss of coral cover and diminished fish populations, impacting both marine biodiversity and local fishing industry. How can the problem be mitigated? So, if you get these kind of like long paragraph based critical reasoning, it takes time to solve. Okay, so let's see. Let us understand that what is the problem. The problem is it is threatening ocean acidification, rising sea temperature. So sea temperature is going up, acidification is happening, overfishing is happening. Okay, there is loss of coral cover. So this has gone down. Fish population has gone down, right? And it is impacting marine biodiversity and local fishing industries. So because fishes are reduced, and so it is impacting biodiversity, right? Fishes are dying and coral reefs are being impacted. Encourage more fishing to boost local economies despite so this is going to increase the problem. If fishing is done excessively, then already fishes are dying, it will cause more fishes to die. Introduce new regulations that allow unchecked development along the coastlines. Okay, regulation पढ़ के ये नहीं कि regulation is good, right? What does it say? It says unchecked development. Unchecked development means there is no check on it, right? You can develop anything you want. So that is unchecked development is can be harmful, isn't it? So like if you are developing some industries or something, there has to be some check on them. If there is unchecked, they can do anything, so they can damage also. Implement marine protected areas, promote sustainable fishing practices, and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. So, positive thing, okay, positive thing, and a positive thing. So, that should be a problem solving step. This is like regulations fine, but unchecked development makes it a negative sense. Build artificial reefs along using non biodegradable materials to replace lost natural coral habitats. Now, if you are building something artificial, that does not replace the originality. Okay, so if you say that let's build some artificial coral reefs, that is never going to replace uh, the the natural coral reefs. Second thing, this point also covers about the fishing also. Two things are being impacted: coral reefs and fishes. It talks only about the coral reefs. So, anyways, this is a best option out of the given options. Deep said, Alka's father is the only brother of my sister's son. How is Alka's father related to Deep? So, blood relation, either you get, we will do one coded one also. Coded भी हो सकता है. It can be uh, like uh, a pointing based. So this is a pointing based. A person saying that this person is so and so, or other could be sort of uh, wherein a paragraph is given. Like जैसे अभी हमने किया था कि फादर इन लॉ है, ये इसका ग्रैंड सन है and all. So in such kind of questions, wherein they give that a pointing to a man, so and so person says something. So start with the last part, right? So Deep said, my sister's son. Okay, so Deep की sister, उसका son. Okay, only brother of. So इसका brother. Okay, who is this? Alka's father. This person is the only brother of Alka's father. So this is father of Alka. Okay, so that is the tree that we will get, right? So Alka's father, only brother of this. Okay, sorry. This is the only brother. This is a brother only. So this is Alka's father. So this is Alka. Sorry, I thought it was a sister. So this makes sense. My sister's son. So Deep sister's son is the only brother of Alka's father. So brother of Alka's father is the only brother of my sister's son. Sister's son, only brother. Sorry, ये होगा अलका का father. Sister's son ये है. इसका only brother ये होगा. So this is Alka's father. How is Alka's father related to Deep? Alka's father is what? Sister's son. Okay, so that is nephew. Okay, this will be Alka's father. My sister's son. So Deep sister's son. Okay, and Alka's father is the only brother of this son. So his only brother is this, and that is Alka's father. So we know that this person is nephew of Deep. 9 people are sitting in a row. It is known that C is sitting exactly in the middle, and there is no person to the right of I. D is 4 to the right of F. G and H are sitting next to each other. E is the neighbor of D but not of C. H is not sitting at any extreme corner. So you have an arrangement of 9 people. So usually the thing is they will give you an individual question on arrangement. Okay. So unlike some other exams wherein you have a puzzle followed by multiple questions, here there will be only one question. So in the exam, try to avoid them. ठीक है, unless it is very short. 2 लाइन का हो तो ठीक है. Here there are 9 people and you need to put them. So there are 9 people in a row and some information given about them. So C is in the middle. Sorry. C is in the middle and there is no person on the right of I. So that means I is at the rightmost position. Okay. D is 4 to the right of F. So F 1, 2, 3, then it will be D. So F will be on this side and D will be on this side where we do not know. So G and H are sitting next to each other. So G, H are together. E is the neighbor of D but not of C. Okay. E is neighboring D but not C. H is not sitting at any of the extreme corner. Okay. D is not sitting adjacent to either C or I. So D is on this side, we know. Okay. We know because it says that D is 4 to the right of F. So F अगर आप यहाँ पे भी रखोगे, so 1, 2, 3, 4 not possible. So F has to be on this side of the table of the row. Okay. On like on the left side of C. So ये clear है. D is sitting neither adjacent to C or I. So D cannot sit here, D cannot sit here, D will come here. Okay, so now we can place F. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is F. Right, this is also done. Then we are given G, H is adjacent and H is not sitting at extreme corner. So this is G and H. Now who is left? Okay, we are left with two people and three people in fact. Uh, A is second to the right of H. So this is A. और last statement देख लेते हैं. E is the neighbor of D but not of C. E is the neighbor of D but not of C. So क्या बच गया? A, B is left I guess. So this is B. And C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Is this the arrangement that you are getting of these nine people? Simple arrangement. है? Okay. Fifth to the right of H. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. So the answer is D. So in the examination, these kind of questions would be there, wherein like you will have arrangement based questions, but individual questions. ठीक है, जैसे बाकी एग्जाम होता है उसमें ग्रुप क्वेश्चंस होता है. Okay, here you will have individual questions. Only one question from a puzzle. But देख लेना क्या पता हो सकता है इस time this time they make a change and they bring group questions. So ensure if you find group questions then probably attempt it. If there is individual question then it is your call. Okay. Although it is a doable one, but it will take time as compared to some other questions. Okay. So based on your strength and weakness, which kind of questions you are comfortable with, attempt those particular questions in the test so that you can maximize your attempt. So you have plenty of questions. Okay, out of they give you 160 questions, 40 in each section. So like attempt in bits and pieces. थोड़ा DI कर लो, थोड़ा verbal कर लो. Quant में भी कुछ कुछ तो कर ही सकते हो. It is not like quant खराब है तो कुछ नहीं आता होगा. At least you must be knowing something, right? Similarly, in reasoning, if you know particular topic, attempt it. Don't know, avoid it. That's how you need to do it. So in a room, there are six boxes labeled J, K, L, M, and O, each containing a different number of toffees. Okay, so this is arrangement. Six boxes you need to arrange in one particular order. Okay, and you need to answer the question. This is simple, right? If you have arranged six boxes, six का arrangement तो आसान है as compared to arranging nine people, right? Box M has more toffees than only two other boxes. So this is M. Box J has more toffees than N but fewer than O. J has more toffees than L but fewer than K. Okay. N doesn't have the lowest number of toffees. So N does not have the lowest. Now these all cannot have the lowest. So L will be the lowest. Okay. Given this information, which box contains the third highest number of toffees? Right. Which will be the third highest? See, we cannot tell the highest. O or K could be the highest. Okay. Now third highest कौन हो सकता है? We cannot have like M and L are out of the picture. N is there. N is can n be the third highest? So there are 1, 2, 3 already above it. So n cannot be the third highest. It has to be j. Okay, so we get this arrangement. This will be OK, KO. So j is the third highest. We cannot tell who is the first or second highest, but we can definitely tell third highest, and also we can tell that n is the second lowest. So if you get this arrangement, like arranging in order, go ahead and attempt it. Okay, so here's the next one. It is coded blood relation. So based on this, last year also there were questions on coded blood relations. So blood relations, you can expect like a short paragraph, family tree given. It could be pointing to a person. Okay, and it could also be coded blood relations. What is the maximum? There is no need for maximum. I mean, you can give like the entire time to one section also. There is no such maximum or minimum limit. Maybe you can give 1 hour to one section. Like if you find that you can do more questions in one section, you can give 1 hour also. So there is no such minimum or maximum. So it has 40 questions, right? And like that depends on paper to paper, like paper kaisa aata hai. But I would say that give at least 20 minutes to each of the sections. So अगर आप 20 के हिसाब से जा रहे हो, so maybe you can give maximum 60 to one section. But at least ये तो it's just a number, right? It can be 40, 45 minutes per section, the ones in which you are comfortable. Okay, so we are given that this is the relation which of the following represents that M is the uncle of Q. Okay, अब ये क्या होता है? We go option by option. I will tell you some certain things which you need to keep in mind. Now, hash का है father. So hash is going down. Okay, father है. Star means mother. So star is also going down. Then at the rate is brother. So at the rate is in same generation. And dollar means sister. So dollar is also in the same generation. Okay. Now when you have to make M as the uncle of Q. So first of all, we know that the generation is not going up. So M has to come first and Q has to come later. So इसमें से वो ऑप्शन हटा दो जिसमें M Q के बाद आ रहा है. ठीक है. So obviously M पहले ही आ रहा है. So there is, we cannot eliminate any of these. ऐसे logically सोच के कर सकते हैं. Second thing is M is the uncle. So M should be male. So if a statement that talks about M के बाद स्टार आ गया या फिर M के बाद डॉलर आ गया, so that makes M female. M के बाद स्टार आ गया. Now others are fine. ठीक है. Now next thing is M is the uncle. So that means there should be only one generation going down. ठीक है. M के बाद at the rate hash means दो generation नीचे चला गया. Okay. So I'm not drawing the family tree. I'm just using logic. If it is going two generations down, so M grandfather हो जाएगा. है कि नहीं? M cannot be the uncle. Uncle means only one generation gap. Now this is going down two generations, so we can eliminate it. Now in this case, you are going two generations down, so you can eliminate it. So this should be the answer. Okay, let's see. M at the rate N. So M is the brother of N. N is the brother of O. O hash P. Hash is father. And P dollar Q. So P is dollar is sister, right? So P is sister of Q. So Q का gender कुछ भी हो, that does not matter because M is anyway going to be the uncle. So if it is a male, then also it will be uncle. Female, then also it is going to be uncle. So we did not draw the family tree. Just by using common logic, we eliminated other options. which will be true in most of these coded blood relations. People go option by option. हो सकता है fourth option हो. So you draw three family trees and then you realize कि you have spent a lot of time. Instead, you think logically, okay, and you will be able to solve fast. So blood relation is something which I believe no one gets wrong unless you make silly mistake. Okay. Directions, if you do not make silly mistakes, you will always get right. So few topics are there. Apart from that, number series is something which is generally identifiable. So pick a handful of questions, let at least like 5 6 topics which you feel comfortable and attend them in the LR section. Okay, so this was this practice session. I hope you enjoyed it and it would have given you a good practice before the actual examination. Okay, so if you enjoyed, please don't forget to like this video. In case you know someone who is preparing for CAT 2024, you can recommend our institute. Okay, we provide one of the best preparation for all MBA entrance examinations. So if you are new to the channel, I created one strategy video. Okay, attempt strategy. Please do watch it. छोटा सा वीडियो 15-20 मिनट का. In that I have explained that how to attempt the paper. It is not difficult to crack the exam because cut off ठीक है, of course cut off होगी एक, but if you plan with the right strategy, if your strategy is wrong, so maybe even if you are good, you may not be able to crack the exam. But if your strategy is good, even if you are an average student, you can manage to clear the cutoffs. Just that do not target any particular score. ठीक है, do not go with the mindset कि लास्ट ईयर 209 कट ऑफ थी तो इतने इस बार भी इतनी जाएगी. पेपर इजी होगा तो कट ऑफ ज्यादा चले जाएगी. Okay, so that we will get to know post the paper that how was it as compared to the last year. Right, don't go with the scores like last year कितनी कट ऑफ थी उससे पहले कितनी थी. It will depend on this year's paper. Last 2 years there was a very big difference in the cutoffs, like almost 30-40%. Okay, so which I showed in that video also. So don't go with that any such mindset. Try to pick handful of questions. So we have done a session on all the four sections. In all the four videos I explained that what are the kind of questions that can be tackled. DI also I specifically told कि कौन से questions होते हैं, graph based especially can be tackled well. So attempt those questions. No need to draw entire table in graphs. So DI, like if you have like four questions, not necessarily you attempt all four. Maybe you just attempt two or three questions from a set. Attempt RC then DI. My calculation speed is slow. Yes, if your calculation is slow, then obviously go with RCs. But RCs, I would say that avoid. You have better options. You have like verbal ability section. You have reasoning also. So you have plenty of questions to attempt. Okay, so it is just that play on your strength. Avoid marking random questions. Okay, because negative marking भी होती है, उससे impact हो सकता है. तो आपके 5-10 क्वेश्चन भी like गलत हो गए तो it can make a lot of difference. Okay. All right, so that's for this session. I hope you enjoyed this. So don't forget to like this video before you end the stream. All the best for the examination, and I'll be doing an analysis session, uh, predicting the cutoffs for the sections tomorrow. So thanks for watching this video.